Beatbox.
Welcome to Cloud Brothers. Cloud Brothers. Waka 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 waka. Cloud Brothers. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for quality content like this. That was our best one yet, Scott.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Yep. Thanks. Yep. I'm playing some music in the background. You can't really hear it, and yeah, that's good. That's fine. So today we're veering back a little bit into the left into the certification. I would like to do the timed mode, so we don't have to play the trumpet sounds or the sad trombone sounds till the end. As I've been going through this, or we can do a review, whatever.
I don't care.
As I've been going through this, I'll just show you where I've been. This is the I'm gonna do the review 6 again. Because it's the one I use that exploit on.
Oh yeah, okay.
But review,
100%.
yeah, exactly. But review 1, 2, and 3, I did pass them without doing that, and and like I'm aiming for 100%. Basically, if I get the first 10 questions right, then I'll allow myself to continue the test. If I get even one of the first 10 questions, I'll start the quiz again. But it's just something that I thought of it, and it's been working. And they're really good at doing the explaining. So anyway, or the other thing we could do is go through 4 and 5, and then I can finish the section. Because I only have one done in this one, and this one we did together, I think. Oh no, I did that on my own, actually. What do you think? Flip a coin.
We're at December 15th, right? And you don't have it booked yet.
I do not.
So it's not going to happen this year, but that's okay. You said this year.
Yeah. Huh? The shake-up at work and at my real job, at my day job, is.
Are you allowed to talk about that or not?
Well, my manager left. Yeah, my manager left. It's public knowledge. My manager left, and I have a new manager. So
not that part. You got a promotion.
Oh yeah, I did get a promotion. That was cool, and I talked to them about getting into during like that conversation. I got into talking about how the cloud should and will be implemented based on just industry trends and stuff like that. But without going into severe detail of what our company's plans are, because then I will be getting into territory that I'm not supposed to get into.
Yeah, no, that's all good. What I can tell you, though, and I've told you this already, is so they call it a cloud journey. Everybody calls it a cloud journey.
Yeah.
Everybody's on the road in the cloud journey somewhere.
Yeah.
And what we used to say is we're going to help you navigate the cloud journey.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Wherever you are in the cloud journey, we're going to help you navigate it.
That's effectively what I said to them. Yeah. So, like, whether you like it or not, that's what's happened. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's already happening.
Yeah.
And
one of the things
we're just not there yet.
Too, and one of the things that they used to say as well is every company is a technology company.
Yeah. Well, and we really are. But IT, that's the thing about AV. Like, that's one thing when I was doing the VIXA certified technologist specialist, which used to just be AV, not IT. But now, if you're an AV technician in 2021, you're in IT. You can't help it. It's probably got an Ethernet port on it.
Yeah.
Or a Wi-Fi. And you need to know networking. Audio, video over IP is common now.
I don't know anything about that.
Something else.
Anyway, where I was going with that is this is like your foreshadowing for your company.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it happen 30 or 40 times.
Yeah.
Where the company will say, "Hey, we're going to do cloud," and they're going to go, "Okay, we have no idea what we're doing," or they're going to hire somebody that has no idea what they're doing, or they're going to try to do it themselves, or something like that, and they're going to screw it up.
Yeah.
They're going to screw it up completely. They may get something to work, but it's going to be very expensive, hard to maintain, not automated, snowflakey, all of those kind of things. And then what you end up doing is hiring a company like our company
Mm.
which was, and then they charged us out at like $300 an hour.
Yeah, of course.
So you'd
Yeah.
have like, and you'd have like 6 of us. So
Yep.
crazy amounts of money.
Mm.
So the point of that story is, um, get some people that know what they're doing earlier, or it's going to be very expensive.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and that was my aim in saying I did have the conversation like, um I am getting this cloud stuff and I would like to be doing it here. These are my terms, and if they meet the terms or not, I don't know yet. So that's
Yeah, yeah,
exciting.
very
Um
cool.
but anyway,
Well,
uh
that story is for if they hum and haw.
yeah. Well,
Okay.
no, it's true though. That's not an exaggeration at
No.
all. It's just not. And I have been reading this Google. I did want to talk about this actually,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
kind of related to what we're talking about, the
Yeah. First.
site reliable engineering, site reliability engineering. You have the actual hardcover copy, published by O'Reilly. I had no idea. Well, I have it on the internet, and
Yeah. Get
apparently
it on the internet.
they give it away for
Better.
free.
Yeah. I
Um,
know.
so where was it?
I stole it from work. Don't tell them.
Well,
They
you
want it back.
borrowed it. Um, I really like this one. I read this morning because I'm going through this book. I think I was
Cool.
requested by someone that I read up to chapter 19, and I'm
This is the Bible.
at chapter
This is
14, and I really
yeah.
like this. Partly because my current job, because I'm now doing product development
Yeah.
and and testing equipment, and then this got me to thinking of early on when we started doing these recordings or streams, where you were saying, "Oh, it's broken. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not working. That's
100%.
great." And
Great.
I was feeling my typical AV technician and ego brain is going, "No, this sucks. It's supposed to be working," and I was actually getting mad about it. Then I'm
Oh yeah.
looking.
You tell me that.
I look at these. You could see it. You're going. You're not supposed to get mad at this because you could see my
Yeah. Yeah.
face. Be warned that an expert is more than understanding how a system is supposed to work. Expertise is gained by investigating why a system doesn't work. So it
Yeah.
doesn't work. You're learning something, and then
Yeah.
ways in which things go wrong are special cases of the ways in which things go wrong, or ways in which things go right are special cases of the ways in which things go wrong. That's
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was just like, man, that's good. And then
Good.
looking at common pitfalls where on this part, ineffective troubleshooting skills are plagued by the problems that the triage, examine, and diagnose, which is part in the flowchart that's up above, because I don't want to go deep into this.
Yeah.
Um, looking at symptoms that aren't relevant, done that a million times, or misunderstanding the
Yeah.
meaning of system metrics, while goose chases are often the result. And I'm not
And
talking about software, I'm talking about
period.
AV systems or stuff at
Period.
home, like just
Yeah.
misunderstanding how to change a system, its inputs, environment, so as to safely and effectively test your hypothesis, coming up with wildly improbable theories. I'm really good at that one about
Yeah.
what's wrong, or latching onto causes of past problems, reasoning so that since it happened once, it must be happening again. I've done that before. Hunting down
Yeah.
spurious correlations that are actually coincidences or correlated with shared causes. I think everybody's done this, but this one really spoke to me. And this line here too. Doctors are taught when you hear hoofbeats, think of horses, not zebras. So look for the obvious. It's just kind of cool. I really like this book. I think it's
So looking for, we actually ran into that one. The go back to the common pitfall.
these ones. Yeah, which one?
Yeah. Uh, Looking at systems that aren't relevant or misunderstand. We did that like 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Where it was, it doesn't matter. We don't. Who cares? Who cares that that's not working? We don't. That's not what we're doing.
Yeah, exactly. And then the second part is this. So you spend a week or a few like a full day looking at something that doesn't matter because you don't understand the metrics. Not important.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay.
Go to chapter 11 in this thing.
Chapter 11. Okay. Hold on. Excuse the fast scrolling. Wow, that's a long chapter. It took me a while to read that one. Being on call.
Yeah, that's my life.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I was looking at this. This is
Yeah.
it reminds me when it like reading this about hanging out at Curtis's place and going,
Yeah.
just like he's I'm just gonna go answer this, I'll be back in a minute, and then like he's gone for the rest of the night, and you just kind of go, I'm gonna go anyways at you.
Yeah. See you.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm getting paid.
because he's
You're not paying me. See ya.
well, yeah, but it's like for him it was some system is down in Asia and he's trying to
Yeah.
fix a database because of the time difference. It's affecting people on their commute or something, you know.
Yeah. Or it's their work day. Like for you, it's midnight, but for them, it's the middle of the day.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and well, he was doing like working for a transportation system basically that was in
Anyway,
China at that time.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Effective troubleshooting is a good title.
Mm-hmm.
We should go through this sometime, but not now.
Yeah, not today. We're gonna go through the certification. Let's see. I'll flip a coin in my mind. Yeah,
Your mind movie.
let's go through the. It is. We're gonna go for 50 more minutes. So let's go through one of these. I should be able to. We'll just smoke through this.
Do it like we were doing it before.
Yeah. Except I know more now, so it should. I should not get 25% or because I'm 1 out of 4 guessing. But we're gonna do this together. I'm not doing this on my own today. Yeah.
Are we getting co points?
We're gonna go get co-points unless we argue, and then whoever argues the most wins, unless they're wrong. A company plans to deploy an application in Amazon EC2 instance. The application will perform the following tasks: read large datasets from an Amazon S3 bucket, execute multi-stage analysis on the datasets, save the results in Amazon RDS. During multi-stage analysis, the application will store a large number of temporary files in the instance storage. As a solutions architect, you need to recommend the fastest storage with the highest I/O performance for the temporary files. Which of the following options fulfills this requirement? Configure RAID 0. You think it's that one too?
You had this one already? It's raid. Oh man, I don't remember my raids now.
And
you know the difference between raid 1 and raid 0? Raid 1 is a mirror, I think. I don't. Yeah, that doesn't sound confident. Do you know what? Because one raid is striped and one raid is mirrored. One raid is a backup.
I think RAID 0 is striped. And then enable trans acceleration in Amazon S3. I actually clicked on the one I think it is. I have had it before. I'm pretty confident that's it, but I couldn't explain it to you like you were a child.
I think I had this question and I couldn't remember. I have RAID dyslexia, so dare. Have dare.
All right. Do you want to check? Yeah. Final answer. Yeah, I got this one wrong many times. So RAID 0 configuration enables you to improve your storage volumes performance by distributing I/O across the volumes in a straight, which I did remember from what you said. Therefore, if you add a storage volume, you get the straight addition of throughput and IOPS. This configuration can be implemented on both EBS or instant store volumes. Since the main requirement in the scenario is storage performance, you need to use an instant store volume. It uses NVMe or SATA-based SSD to deliver high random I/O performance. The type of storage is a good option when you need storage with very low latency and you don't need the data to persist when the instance terminates. And it's not RAID 1.
You just scroll up above my big noggin.
It's not RAID 1 configuration because it's used for data mirroring. That's what you were talking about.
Yeah. So RAID 1 is mirror.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need to configure RAID 0 to improve the performance of your storage volumes. Okay, a company plans to migrate to a NoSQL database migrate a NoSQL database to an EC2 instance. The database is configured to replicate the data automatically to keep multiple copies of data redundancy. The solutions architect needs to launch an instance that has high IOPS and sequential read-write access.
I don't think that use storage optimized instance with the instant store. The instant store is ephemeral, is it not? It doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's got to be, so it's not 1 or 4. So it's got to be probably just the general purpose. I'd say
The
3.
company plans to migrate NoSQL database to an EC2 instance. The database is configured to replicate the data automatically to keep multiple copies of data for redundancy. The solutions architect needs to launch an instance that has a high IOPS and sequential read-write access. Storage optimized, memory optimized, general purpose, compute optimized. I think you're right. I'm leaning towards that one too. I am 61% sure it's that one.
All right. Okay, so what's this say about instant store volume? Because what's the difference between an instant store?
Storage optimized instances have high disk throughput. Storage optimized instances have high storage instances, low latency, high random IO performance, high sequential read, and high IOPS. CDGHI chimp farts.
Chimp farts. It's a good one.
Yeah. But it's good.
Something.
I skipped these two.
What's it say about the instant store?
Well, let's see. I'm not sure it says in it. Some instance types can drive more IO throughput than what you can provision for a single EBS volume. You can join multiple volumes together in a RAID 0 configuration to use the available bandwidth for these instances. Based on the given scenario, the NoSQL will be migrated to an EC2 instance. A suitable instance type for NoSQL is those instances. Also, the primary data storage is
non-SSD instant store volume. Since the data is replicated, there'll be no problem using an instant storage volume. Missed that. You get it? I just got it.
Sorry, say what? No, I didn't hear what you said.
So read the last. So the last part that you read was suitable instance type for SSD instant store volumes. Since the data is replicated automatically, there's no problem using the instance.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good point.
That's the trick.
Fine. Okay. A company. Oh yeah, I forgot about something. Hold on.
It was a good one. I had like an aha moment.
I just played a late sad trombone. A company has a web application hosted in AWS where the application logs are sent to Amazon CloudWatch. Lately, the web application has recently been encountering some errors, which can be resolved simply by restarting the instance. What will you do to automatically restart the instance whenever the same application error occurs? Well, I would first. Oh, well, I'll show you a technique I do in later questions. I've started to do a technique on the multiple ones. First, look at the First, look at the existing flow logs for keywords related to the application error to create a custom metric. Then create a CloudWatch alarm for that custom metric, which calls a Lambda function that invokes an action to restart the instance. That's what I'd do.
Okay, I went out of focus there. Hang on. Sorry,
Fair.
I was shrinking down so you could see the question. Sorry, I was messing around. What do you think the answer is? I'm just going to go with you.
First, look at the existing flow logs for keywords related to the application error to create a custom metric. Then create a CloudWatch alarm for that custom metric, which calls a Lambda function that invokes an action to restart the instance. I don't know if it's right. I think it is.
Why wouldn't you do that with CloudWatch?
It does say CloudWatch. It says then create a CloudWatch alarm.
I think there's a cloud. Maybe there isn't a CloudWatch action. I think this can all be done with a CloudWatch action.
Okay. So first,
How
look
do
at
you-
the existing CloudWatch logs for keywords related to the application error to create a custom metric. Then create a CloudWatch alarm for that custom metric, which invokes an action to restart the EC2 instance.
Yeah, I think that's it.
And then this one says, first look at the existing CloudWatch logs for keywords related to the application error to create a custom metric. Then create an alarm in Amazon SNS for that custom metric, which invokes an action to restart the instance. That makes no sense.
No sense at all. That's
First, look at the existing flow logs for keywords related to the application error to create a custom metric. Then create a CloudWatch alarm for that custom metric, which invokes an action to restart the instance. That does, I don't.
I think it's that one. I think it's 2.
You do think it's 2?
Yeah.
No, what's the difference?
You don't need a Lambda function to restart an instance. Hang on. I gotta do something on call here.
Okay, I'll just check this one.
Okay.
Nope. Womp 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 womp. It was, so I was wrong. You were right, and then you were wrong.
Oh, I was wrong.
You're right, and then you changed your mind.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's
Sorry,
fine.
I gotta be distracted. Can you?
I can go through this on my own.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna be looking at this.
Yeah, go for it. I don't give me no never mind. I'll just keep talking. A company is building an internal application that processes loans, accruals, and interest rates for their clients. They require a storage service that is able to handle future increases in storage capacity of up to 16 terabytes and can provide the lowest latency access to their data. The web application will be hosted in a single large reserved EC2 instance that will process and store data to the storage service. Which of the following services would you recommend? Future increases? Well, S3 standard storage gateways for connecting with, that's weird, with on-premises. And elastic file storage sounds like something, I think it's EFS. No, it's EBS. Pooh! I got an FAQ for you. Fuck you. Amazon EFS. Yeah. Why is EFS wrong? That's all I want to know. Is incorrect because the scenario does not require concurrently accessible storage since the internal application is only hosted in one instance. Although EFS can provide low latency data access to the EC2 instance, which is what I thought compared to S3, the storage service that can provide the lowest latency access is still EBS. Well, okay. Question 5. A financial firm is designing an application architecture for its online trading platform that must have high availability and fault tolerance. Their solutions architect configured the application to use an Amazon S3 bucket located in the US East 1 region to store large amounts of intraday financial data. The stored financial data in the bucket must not be affected even if there is an outage in one of the availability zones or if there is a regional service failure. What should the architect do to avoid any causeless service disruptions and ensure data durability? Ooh, that's a good question. Create a new S3 bucket in another region and configure cross-account access to the bucket located in US East 1.
Sorry.
No problem.
Welcome
back.
Oh, we're on 5. Okay, good.
Yeah. So
we got a chance. We can save it.
A question is, a financial firm is designing application architecture for its online trading platform that must have high availability and fault tolerance. Oh, by the way, on these review ones, the questions change because it's trying to teach you things as you go through it.
Yeah.
So I haven't. This is the first time I've seen this question.
That's financial. What I love about John Bonzo's work.
Yep. A financial firm is designing an application architecture for its online trading platform that must have high availability and fault tolerance. The solutions architect configured the application to use an Amazon S3 bucket located in the US East 1 region to store large amounts of intraday financial data. The stored financial data in the bucket must not be affected even if there is an outage in one of the availability zones or if there's a regional service failure. What should the architect do to avoid costly service disruptions and ensure data durability? So I was thinking create a new S3 bucket in another region and configure cross-account access to the bucket located in US East 1.
No.
Or enable cross-region replication.
Yes.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
Oh wait, actually, there's another one there. Create a S3 bucket in another region.
That's
S3 is global though. That doesn't make any sense. But then, see, I think I've said those words before, and then it turns out to be cross-account access to the bucket. Hang on a second. Well, cross-account access isn't gonna make any difference. It's cross-region. Oh,
I think you're right when I look at it. Because when I was saying cross-account, for some reason I was saying cross. I thought it said cross-region.
but it's stored financial data in the bucket must not be affected, even if there's an outage in one of the cross-region. Yeah, number 2, Alex.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Woo woo! Nice one.
I knew it wasn't number 1, 100%.
Nice.
You don't put S3 stuff onto an EC2 instance. That's shenanigans.
I would say so. Hold on one second. Oh, that's pretty loud. Better. That's better for cheddar. Okay. This is what I do. Watch this. You want to see my new technique, Scott? Watch this.
What?
Watch my new technique. This is my new technique. A company is looking to store their confidential financial files in AWS. Which are accessed every week. The architect was instructed to set up the storage system, which uses envelope encryption and automates key rotation. It should also provide an audit trail that shows who used the encryption key and by whom for security purposes. Which combination of actions should the architect implement to satisfy the requirement in the most effective way? So what I'm trying to look at here is something with an audit trail that shows who used the encryption key and by whom for security purposes. So I am going to go ahead and remove use Amazon S3 to store the data. And then I was going to get rid of this. And I was going to get rid of this. Ooh, wait. All right, let's check it. Nope. An organization plans to use an AWS Direct Connect connection to establish a dedicated connection between its on-premises network and AWS. The organization needs to launch a fully managed solution that will automate and accelerate the replication of data from various AWS storage services. Which of the following would you recommend? Storage gateway, tape gateway. I haven't seen one of those since the 90s. An organization plans to use an AWS Direct Connect connection to establish a dedicated connection between its on-premises network and AWS. The organization needs to launch a fully managed solution that will automate and accelerate the replication of data to and from various AWS storage services. Which of the following solutions would you recommend? Well, I'm going to say this one. Yep, batting 1,000. The company you're working for has a set of AWS resources hosted in AP Northeast 1 region. You have been asked by your IT manager to create an AWS CLI shell script that will call an AWS service, which should create duplicate resources in another region. In the event that this availability zone region fails, the duplicated resources should also contain the VPC peering configuration and the other networking components from the primary stack. Which of the following AWS services should fulfill this task? CloudFormation? Yep. CloudFormation is a service that helps you model and set up your Amazon Web Services resources so that you can spend less time managing those resources and more time on your applications that run in AWS. Same we've got right so far. I think I got that. I think I got that one right. I got that one wrong. That one wrong. That one wrong. That one right. What am I? 5, 6. That one wrong. That one. Nope. Yeah, I'm bailing on this. All right, we're going to restart.
No. I've been hacked.
Okay.
So I just have
All right.
to clear it.
Okay.
I'll get it back now.
All right. Well, I restarted the quiz.
Oh, because you didn't get.
Well, there was 7 out of 10 wrong, so there's no point continuing. A company has an OLTP application that is hosted in an Amazon ECS cluster using the Fargate launch type. It has an Amazon RDS database that stores data of its production website. The data analytics team needs to run queries against the database to track and audit all user transactions. These queries operations against the production database must not impact application performance in any way. Which of the following is the most suitable and cost-effective you should implement? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one, yeah.
Think so?
Yeah. Or the other one. The other one at the bottom that says replica. Read from the replica. That's why I went with that one. And
see, this is what I do. I had the first question wrong. Nope. Not acceptable.
Not acceptable.
Not acceptable. I just started over.
I got completely distracted there. My apologies, but the show must go on.
No, it's fine. I was just
I was a little concerned there myself, but it's nothing.
No, I'm a little okay. What I was trying to show you when you got that when you got that confusion was my new technique. So okay. we're gonna do this again. This is actually the same question I did on. It's funny, but anyway, this is my new technique.
Just select them all, okay?
Okay, now let's read it. A company is looking to store their confidential financial files in AWS, which are accessed every week. The architect was instructed to set up the storage system, which uses envelope encryption and automates key rotation. It should also provide an audit trail that shows who used the encryption key and by whom for security purposes. Which combination of action should the architect implement to satisfy the requirements in the most cost-effective way? So, I'm looking at this, and so my technique here is that I go, well, they want automatic key rotation.
Hmm.
So then I look and go, well, it doesn't sound like the customer wants to manage the keys, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no indication of long-term storage.
Yeah.
So S3 Glacier Deep Archive would not be a choice.
Yeah.
Um, Now, configure server-side encryption with Amazon S3 managed keys? No, because I think KMS makes more sense. So
Yeah.
I get rid of
You're right.
that.
Yeah.
And this part is the part I need help with, and this is what I got wrong before, because I believe these are the answers. Where
Okay.
in this question is there an indication that I need to store anything?
Uh, Architect was instructed to set up the
Oh, the
storage.
storage system. So there it is right there. So just set up the storage system, which
It
uses
doesn't
envelope
say.
encryption.
It doesn't say S8. It's basically assuming that anything you do with storage is going to do be S3, and they probably don't want you to answer Azure and put it into Azure.
Yeah,
So
fair.
that's
Right. So there you
that's
go.
a good technique. I wish I knew that technique before.
Yeah, I just was like, when I'm doing this, I just thought of it and I went, you know what? I'm just going to do this and see how it goes. And it
Since
worked.
it is a process of elimination,
It's
people
because
didn't.
it's literally what you're doing, but it's probably just because of the way that our Mugford brains work. Oh, wait a second. I just realized that where are we? That's weird. Where am I? Huh?
You can't click. You can't click on my chin. Click on my chin.
Ah, there we go.
Subscribe button. Wait. Let me do it. Subscribe button's down there. You need to click it.
Yeah, like and subscribe. And what we're talking, we can't all be winners. We're not going to get every quiz right. So pay no attention to the man behind that curtain. But I'm very, very tired today for some reason.
Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah, it's probably the children. I blame children.
For me, it's oh yeah, since they busted a pipe in my wall.
Oh jeez.
Water in my
That's
bedroom.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's fun. And then so that's been drying out. So I've been sleeping on the couch for the last 3 days.
Oh, that's awful.
On call, and like doing the late night things that we were talking about.
Yikes.
Doing work till 11 o'clock last night, and then AWS outage this morning.
Oh, there was? I didn't know that.
Yeah. This one didn't make the news, but it happened.
Oh man.
And so I got woken up at like 8 o'clock after not sleeping very well to like 29 pager duties. So
Well, that sucks.
yeah, and thank God that there's somebody helping me out doing the same thing tonight.
Oh, that's good.
Who isn't on call but is doing what I should be doing right now because I'm really tired as well.
Yeah, fair enough. We're not.
We got one right.
We got 20 minutes, so we're not going to get through 65 questions because we've been through 10 already and he restarted. A popular augmented but we can continue the next time because it's review mode. That's why it's better than doing time mode, I guess, especially if we're going for an hour. A popular augmented reality mobile game is heavily using RESTful API, which is hosted in AWS. The API uses Amazon API Gateway and a DynamoDB table with a pre-configured read and write capacity. Based on your system's monitoring, the DynamoDB table begins to throttle requests during high peak loads, which causes slow performance of the game. Which of the following can you do to improve the performance of your app?
I think it's the DynamoDB auto scaling.
You think it's this one?
Yeah.
Explain why.
DynamoDB table begins to throttle requests at high peaks, slows performance, and the auto scaling will make it bigger. Because DynamoDB, you got to pre-configure your read and write capacity, and I think the auto scaling it will increase your read and write capacity to whatever your need is without you having to touch it, and so that one makes the most sense.
And
adding the DynamoDB table to auto scaling group doesn't make sense. Application load balancer with your Dynamo table, I don't even know if you can do that. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Watch it be that one.
Yeah.
SQL in front of a DynamoDB table for what?
Well, I agree that the SQS and the DynamoDB table to an auto-scaling group don't make sense. And I'm 50-50 between the application load balancer with your DynamoDB table. But I'm like 51% just because you think it's this other one. So
yeah,
I don't have it. Yeah.
Be the one you
Woo! You do. Woo. Hold on, I got something for this.
Woo-hoo!
Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's weird.
You didn't do it?
It's supposed to be doing it through my app. It's weird.
It's okay, I come with my own sound effects. Like and subscribe.
Yep. Thanks for more quality content like this.
Down there. I'll do the Blake Shelton from The Voice.
There, now did it. Oh, is that ever weird, man?
I can't hear it anyway.
Oh, okay. So, I guess maybe it's just the sound so good. Oh, it's just that's so funny. It's just in my headphones, and it sounded to me like it was coming from my phone. It was a whole thing. Sorry, it's weird. And then we'll go next. Like I said, tired. An auto-scaling group of Linux EC2 instances is created with basic monitoring enabled in CloudWatch. You noticed that your application is slow, so you asked one of your engineers to check all of your instances. After checking your instances, you notice the auto-scaling group is not launching more instances as it should be, even though the servers already have high memory usage. Which of the following options should the architect implement to solve this issue? Install the CloudWatch agent, I think. I think it's this one. Modify the scaling policy. No. Install AWS SDK.
The SDK doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Detailed monitoring, if it's memory, well.
No, detailed monitoring is 1 minute versus 5 minutes.
Oh, is that all that means? Okay. All right. So, are we in agreement on installing the CloudWatch agent to the EC2 instances, which will trigger your auto scaling group out to scale out?
No, that's not correct.
This is not correct.
No,
that's not correct.
No, that's not correct. It's modify the. Oh, wait a second. Oh, now I'm confused now. Oh, more instances. Scale out number increase. Oh, hang on a second. Is not launching more instances.
As it should be.
Oh, you're right. You're correct. This is correct.
Are you sure? Is that your final answer?
You're sure because it's memory usage, and memory usage is a custom metric. It's not a standard metric. So you need to install the CloudWatch agent, configure it to get the custom metrics, and then trigger your policy. That's what's going on.
All right, let's look. Ha ha! I win again.
I almost talked myself out of that one.
Oh, I know. I actually have seen that question before, and I knew the answer and I knew the reason. So that's why I was making faces like.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
so there's about, say, 10 questions that will be some kind of variation of custom metrics versus standard metrics.
Well, this is the thing, and what I really like about this particular these practice exams is that they are close, and it's just like the exam, like from the CCP experience anyway, where
So,
it's like this. Yeah, but I know the stuff. Like I understand the
the way I
concept.
put it, the way that I put it, because you can't have the exact questions, right?
Obviously, yeah.
You can't have the exact questions. They don't like that. But it makes your brain work the same way as actually taking the test, because it's expensive to take the test and get tricked all the time. So this saves you a shit ton of money.
Yeah, honestly.
Sponsorship, welcome, John. So you know.
A tech company currently has an on-premises infrastructure. They are currently running low on storage and want to have the ability to extend their storage and using the AWS cloud. Which AWS service can help them achieve this requirement? SQS, EBS, EC2? No.
Yeah,
it's a storage gateway because it's on premises.
Yeah. Nice. That one took me a while to get. It's cool though.
Yeah, I think it's great. But it's like it's interesting how like from the state of unconscious competence to through to conscious competence to unconscious competence. For storage gateways, I'm at unconscious competence. I don't even have to. It's like breathing to understand. So when I see storage gateway in an answer, I look for on premises, and then look if that jibes with the rest of the conditions of the question.
Yeah. Nice. Hey, whatever happened to that guy that took the thing and had 100%?
He went and took it again, and he was PO'd about it, having to go do it again. He went to the testing center and he got like 960 or something.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say he was all mad, so he failed.
No, well, for him he did, because he's just like, no, I just went and redid it, and he's fighting with them for reimbursement.
Well, of course, that's my next question: is that did they pay him?
They should.
Because they should pay him. Like he could almost. Well, I don't think he can, because I'm sure they've got it in their contract. But it could almost be like a small claims court thing.
Well, yeah.
They offer his bull BS.
Well, and he's saying that it's like I feel like it's a highway robbery, right?
It is robbery.
It's my coworker, and him and I are like we're becoming friends at work. You know, we've been working together a long time. He has ginger and brown sugar stuff he gets from the Asian food store. We have that together. We go for coffee breaks together, which I've never really done before with a coworker. This is nice. So
the coffee, that's where you learn everything.
Yeah.
That's where the real stuff gets. Oh, I'm gonna get you something. I bought myself Theragun Prime.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's your Christmas present. Be surprised when it gets there.
Archer's been teaching me faces.
I don't. Yeah. So my fiance is Filipino, and she does eyebrows. It's like, hey, do you like this? Do you want that? Yeah. But if you watch the Filipino TV shows, it's all about eyebrow acting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where they have the fancy soap opera noise, and then the big eyebrows.
Yep, I understand.
And
it's so interesting, the different cultures. I saw a funny TikTok. I can't pretend to be the guy like on this recording, because he's an Aboriginal guy saying if horror movies happen on the res, basically. And I won't do the accent, but a guy comes into his house on the res, like Jason or whatever, with a hockey mask, and he goes, "You think you're scary? You think you're scary? Did you see those 3 dogs down the road? with your mask and stuff, you think you're going to take, and it's super funny. This guy, I wish I had his, I wish I could remember his name, but
Put the link in the description.
I said, I just put in like gold with an exclamation point in it because I've been lucky enough to land on native TikTok, and I see all kinds of like people on reserves and just everywhere, and it's amazing to watch. And they're funny. Like a lot of the people are very, very funny. It's a really good skit. It's obvious because TikTok, you dress up as the other character, and that's what the guy did.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, Amazon. So a company has a global news website in a. It's funny how I said that because I used to work for global news. But a company has a global news website hosted in a fleet of EC2 instances. Lately, the load on the website has increased, which resulted in slower response time for site visitors. This issue impacts the revenue of the company, as some readers tend to leave the site if it does not load after 10 seconds. Of course, which of the below services in AWS can be used to solve this problem? Select 2. Amazon CloudFront with website as a custom origin. For better read throughput, use AWS Storage Gateway.
Nope.
Is on premises up here? No.
Nice.
Use Amazon Elasticache for the website's in-memory data store or cache. Deploy the website in different VPCs.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
This one I knew as soon as I saw it.
I know, but you see my system. I was doing the system, man.
You should do that system should do that system in the test.
That's my system. If I can, I will, because it's brilliant because of the way my brain works, because of my tendency to go, oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, I'm pointing to go, that's right and that's right. But so I know those two are right, and I don't read like one word in the one that is right.
Yeah. I do the same thing.
Yep, and then this is just a stopper for my brain to just go no. It's just a good visual reference.
I think you can do that because you
probably
can review everything.
Well, yeah, and just do a flag for, and like important, the first pass method that I learned is flag for review. Oh yeah, I forgot to do this. Nice. All right, that was forgetting it right. The honks. You get a sad trombone if you get it. I
don't like sad trombone because sad trombone is my pager to call.
All right. A financial company instructed you to automate the recurring tasks in your department, such as patch management, infrastructure selection, and data synchronization to improve their current process. You need to have a service which can coordinate multiple AWS services into serverless workflows. Which of the following is the most cost-effective service to use in this scenario?
Simple workflow.
You think?
Shockwave.
So we are in agreement. This is our final answer?
Yeah.
Oh!
So we mix these up. We should actually learn the difference between step functions.
Okay, step functions provide serverless. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Provide serverless orchestration for modern applications. Orchestration.
I didn't know that Simple Workflow was a fully managed state tracker and task coordinator service.
It does not provide serverless orchestration. Okay, well, easy enough. But step functions maintains application state tracking exactly which workflow will step your application is in. Oh, that's cool. And stores an event log of the data that is passed. I need different. Anyway, go on.
We should do a step functions dedicated one. Functions.
Yeah, let's do some push-ups because we can push-ups. So
that's where you're at, actually. That's a good analogy. It's a good analogy.
Yeah. because you can define and manage the workflow of your application independently from its business logic. Making changes to one does not affect the other. You can easily update and modify workflows in one place without having to struggle with managing, monitoring, maintaining multiple point-to-point integration. Step functions freeze your functions and containers from excess code, so your applications are faster to write, more resilient, and easier to maintain.
Yeah.
Okay. This looks familiar. Company plans to migrate a NoSQL database to an EC2 instance. The database is configured, blah, 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 blah. IAPS read, write, access.
Yeah, that one. Because the data is replicated. It's like deja vu all over again.
Chimp farts.
That's good though. It's good to not get it wrong in the same hour.
Yeah. And it's weird. Like, I was talking to people about the way human brains are lately, and I was talking about mental health recovery because of my other career with someone, and talking about mental health recovery, how it goes like this.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of spirals, and you go backwards and all this stuff. But our brains are like that too, because we're organic creatures, so we're not going to be like all our neurons firing in the evening after having a bunch of crazy stuff happening all the time. So we're gonna miss some questions now and then. That's all.
How much time do we have left?
Oh, not long. This is probably going to be last question. A media company needs to configure an Amazon S3 bucket to serve static assets for the public-facing web application. Which methods ensure that all of the objects uploaded to S3 bucket can be read publicly? Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot. A media company needs to configure an Amazon S3 bucket to serve static assets for the public-facing web application. Which methods ensure that all of the objects uploaded to the S3 bucket can be read publicly all over the internet? Create an IAM role to set the objects inside the S3 bucket to public read. Configure the S3 bucket policy. Wait. Configure cross the region resource sharing. Sorry, go on. You can talk.
Nothing to do with course. It doesn't say anything about JavaScript.
There's no DNF. Do nothing. Amazon S3 objects are already public by default.
No, that's wrong.
That is not true. Grant public read access to object when uploading it using the S3 console.
That's a way to do it. It's not the best way to do it.
Configure the S3 bucket policy to set all objects to public read. We're in a bucket, so S3 bucket policy makes sense. Static assets for public-facing web application, that makes sense. Create an IAM role to set the objects inside the S3 bucket to public read. That's not the purpose of IAM, so I'm...
Yeah, you might be right.
The IAM, because it's identity and access management, right?
Yeah, I think what you have there is correct.
Yeah.
Because IAM... Yeah.
Go on. Yeah, I am. It's not cores. It's not do nothing. It's not cores. It's not I am. Yeah. I don't think.
So what I said when you clicked on that one is that you can do it that way. It's just not the best way, but I think it is from the options they're giving you.
Woo! Zing!
That means we're getting good. These guys are good.
We're waking up. We're waking up.
I don't need luck because I'm 100% skill.
Wow. I'm sorry about that sound.
Okay.
you watch it later. You'll laugh. It was you set up. It's 100% skill, and it went.
I can do that myself.
Yeah.
Trying my Peter Griffin.
Nice.
I'm gonna finish with one last thing about what you're talking about. Pull up another browser.
Okay, I'm in. Let's do it.
I'll look up the mastery curve in images. Yeah. Click on any one of the blue ones. Good. The first
this one?
That one's good. Yeah, that one's got words on it, so that's always good.
Let's see if I can make it bigger. Hang on. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, let me see if I can move this. Can I? Nope, I cannot.
If you take it out of the oh yeah, okay, gotcha.
Well, that won't work because the way that I have it configured.
About the arrow, the double arrow thing.
What do you mean?
This thing. There's the plus and the minus. See the plus and the minus?
Yeah.
Magnifying glass? Yeah, that's
Yeah, I know. That's what I was doing. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, I got it. I'm picking up what you're putting down. We can do this. We'll get it back to 100 or put it back to 100.
Can you not make it right? But there's two arrows there.
There you go. No, it's fine.
That's good enough. Okay, so the mastery curve is from a book called Mastery by George. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. By George Leonard.
Yeah. So I read this book a couple times, and I did a presentation at Trinimbus because Trinimbus, one of their what do they call it? That thing, missions, one of their mission statements, or like core tenets, or like values, core values. One of their core values was mastery, right? And everybody would talk about mastery, and always mastery, but nobody ever explored what it actually was. They talked about a thing, but never actually talked about what it was and what it meant to them. And what it says is it's an easy thing to understand when you see it, but it's a hard thing to define, right?
Yeah, sure.
What I really like about this little map here is you have you see how at the very beginning you have the start, and then I can't really I can't annotate in here, can I?
No.
Yeah, okay. So I go to practice the first one, and then you adapt, and then you have progress, right? You go straight up, like a hockey stick almost, and then you go down a little bit. You lose some of it, but then you plateau for a while, right? And then you progress, and then you go up again, and then down, and then you plateau, and then you go up, and then. But what he's talking about is you got to learn to love the plateau.
Oh yeah.
Because if you're on the plateau, that means that you're either just coming down from a recent progress, or on your way towards your next big breakthrough. But if you notice, they get smaller as you go over, right? The big one, the first one, the adapt is like big, and then the last one is on this one is very small. It's a very small bump.
Yeah, so, I get it. It's like this is like because we both have martial arts background. That's like the difference between a 5th and 6th degree black belt.
Yeah.
Right. To a white belt. They're awesome.
But it's also the unconscious competence, conscious competence.
Well, yeah, that's just the aspect of learning. I think this is talking about like more competencies above that, because the actual those curves are also recovery curves for addictions, but it goes from and it's interesting because it goes from unconscious incompetence. Like before I knew anything about the cloud, I didn't know anything about the cloud. And then I go try to learn something about the cloud, and I go, oh, conscious incompetence is the next step. And then you learn it, and I'm studying with the tutorials dojo and other courses, and with you, and then I get conscious competence, and then I get unconscious competence, and that's ideal. That's where this stuff starts. Right, but for me, I was just talking at work about it today. We probably have somebody goes, "How come you don't know everything about this piece of equipment I'm calling about?" And I go, "Well, we have 60,000 pieces of product here."
Yeah.
And I'm not going to remember them all, and I don't touch them every day. So, so I get it, and I felt that this curve that I'm looking at here at work, I'd be probably the 3rd or 4th rung up now for the stuff we have, where I know the difference between a contact that passes voltage and a contact that doesn't, and
Yeah.
like what a contact closure does, to like how to integrate with the fire alarm. It's just like basic stuff that it's really basic now, but when I started is I don't know what you're talking about. I
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
no idea. You know.
Yeah. Like when I started training myths, I'm like, okay, I know they're speaking English.
Yep. Well,
I know
exactly.
I know all the words individually.
Yep. Yeah, and then you just have to slow down and figure it out, and you do. It's, you know,
Yeah.
everybody's just people. So
Especially if they pay you.
yeah, if I'm paid to learn something, you better believe I'll learn it.
Best part.
Yeah.
That's the best. Actually, that's the best part about working in cloud is that's the life.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You're getting paid to learn shit all the time.
Yeah, and that's my wheelhouse, and that's your wheelhouse. That's great. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna stop the recording. Like and subscribe, even though we missed some questions. It's okay. It's okay. We're human okay. too, just like you. We learned. We grew.
We learned that it's okay when things are wrong.
Yeah.
When things are wrong, that's good. Because you have something to fix.
Yeah, absolutely. And that keeps everyone employed.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Peace out. Cloud Brothers, like and subscribe. Waka, 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 waka.